And we are here. Welcome, everybody. This is the ABitTooFar.com podcast. It's just me, Collin, Brian, and Kayla today. Hope you guys are having a wonderful time. I have been MIA for the past 3 weeks. I've been sick as a dog. But today's been a really special day. It's our we just finished DCTV live stream. And how are you guys doing? Kayla, you first. Ladies first.
Wonderful, as always. Living the dream.
Everybody's living the dream in one way or another.
Like
Paget wave. There you go. There you go. How you doing, Collin?
I'm excellent. I'm hanging out with my favorite people.
Well, thank you for being here. I think this is actually the first time that you've been on with A Bit Too Far, correct?
If it isn't, then I had a fugue state and I don't recall. So
it's been a while. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. It might have been on the old channel.
I'll take the Hillary Clinton on this. I do not recall that.
You deleted the emails. How you doing, Brian? What you munching on right there, buddy? Dinner?
Oh, I've got some dinner, some lasagna, some garlic bread.
There you go.
Sweet.
Heck yeah! I ordered it from this little Italian restaurant, little Italian place by me. They got like the best Italian stuff in the area by me. So yes,
nice, very nice.
They delivered.
They did deliver.
And they deliver.
Yeah, we got a snowstorm, and they deliver in the snowstorm. Yes.
How deep is the snow out there?
We got maybe an inch, if that, so far. I think the rest of it's going to accumulate overnight.
All right.
Which I hope so, because then it doesn't mess everything up for tomorrow.
All right. Okay, so one of the reasons why we're doing this one today with everybody is because I did want to do another live reaction video. And I think the last time you guys actually saw any of the comics that I had done was actually the last live stream that I did for DCTV on that Thursday, right before Christmas. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen real quick, and we'll see if we can make some magic happen. All right, what we got here? Chrome. I'll go ahead and share that real quick. All right, so you guys can see Chrome. Perfect. All right,
yes,
so
look, I am.
all right, perfect. So you guys remember I did the skits, and that was released before I did the comics. All right. So we had the Florida Man rushes into fire right there, as well as the Hard Fork, Tide Pods, and the Pandas. How did you guys like that skit, by the way?
Oh, the Tide Pods.
Yeah.
I still think that's the most funniest thing in the world. That people would actually take Tide Pods that you put in your dishwasher and stick them and hold them in your mouth and think that nothing bad could possibly happen.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Tide Pod Challenge, dude. Get with it.
Well, we need to start a new hashtag called the Snicker Pods Challenge. How many Snicker Pods can you fit in your mouth?
Collin, did you hear about that? There was like Mars company, Mars branch in Australia decided to make Snickers pods to make fun of all of it.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and share it just because we're talking about it.
You guys just don't understand. You're too old. You don't get it.
We don't get it. You millennials.
So this is actually the comic that I had drawn up. One of the comics, I'd drawn up 3. And obviously that was me right there. You know, the little character doing the news. And the Snicker Pods in the corner. All right. And across the pond, Australia Snicker Pods are selling for $85 at Australian Food Shop Exchange for $1.99 on eBay. And then it talks about how Snicker Pods is now like more expensive than they were when they first came out. So it would make a better hard fork than the Bitcoin Cash. So I thought that was awesome. Anyway, going to the stuff that you guys have not seen. All right, since this is a live reaction, you guys saw me acting out those ones. This was actually thanks to Crypto McKell when we had done a podcast. When you're in the middle of the interview from home and your daughter wants to help. It's cute. That's all it is. Just cute. She totally just like you just saw a little hand just pop up in the middle of the screen and just move his microphone and cover his eyeballs. All right.
That's what kids are good for.
That is what
they
kids are good
always want to help, but it's not always the best help.
Yeah. All right. So this is the case of the curious wiener. Just looking at everything, sniffing around. Where's this smell coming from?
Amazon box.
Uh-huh. Just looking around.
That's like my dog.
Now, a buddy of mine told me this story at work because this is an actual true story about a wiener dog. That
Dogs, they get to put their freaking nose anywhere they want. It's okay.
seriously, it was ridiculous. I'm like, that is freaking funny as hell.
You know, girls just standing there minding their own business. Next thing you know, you got a beagle nose right between your legs.
Yep. That's actually going to be a part 2 to the curious wiener. But yeah, like this particular dog, like it came up to her. She was going to give it a kiss and whatnot, but he's always sniffing around and whatnot. And instead of, giving her a kiss, he decided she's the only person that this dog does that to every single time she's over. All right. So we also had this one right here. Crypto whale versus crypto sharks. Look, babe, a Bitcoin whale is being followed around by a bunch of crypto sharks. To the most literal. I think every time the crypto whales make a move, all of us sharks are out there freaking following suit. This next one's actually thanks to Andrew. This one's called Proof of Keys. What it feels like to forget the keys to your crypto wallet. Don't spit out your beer, Mom.
But that so could have been me today because listen, Gran lets her go to work, and we have like a deadbolt and a regular doorknob lock on our house.
Yeah.
Well, I only have a key to the doorknob. I don't have a key to the deadbolt, but he has a key to both. So like when I go to bed at night, I can lock both, and then he can get in the house or whatever. Well, he leaves to go to work, and I was in Mobile, and when I get home, he had locked the deadbolt and the doorknob, so I couldn't get in the house, and I had to break in the house.
That's like my wife. She we have the deadbolt lock, but there's also the chain lock. But the chain, whoever set it up didn't do it appropriately, so the chain doesn't reach. So we take a rope and wrap it around the rest of it. And the first time she had locked me out, I just took my knife out and cut the rope and let myself in. She has since come up with a better way to keep me out when she accidentally forgets that I'm coming home.
Someone needs to invent a AAA for Bitcoin. Some guy that shows up with like a Slim Jim. It's like, I'm here to help you get back your private keys.
There you go. All right, so this is the most recent one that I shared, the Wookiee singing group. With their dreams shattered, Tatooine's first all-Wookiee singing group was never heard from again.
I wish we had a little bit of that cantina music going right now for
I know, right? Dude, okay, so this particular comic I had actually drawn up on my phone. Like I had downloaded a couple sketch apps and started playing around with a few of them because the whole taking a picture of what I've drawn ends up causing me like 4 hours of work per drawing until I can get some actual drawing pens instead of these ballpoint pens. It's very difficult to crank out the comics when I have to do a whole bunch of editing work. So I drew this just as a test, but instead of trying to draw it again and fix it up and make the Wookiees look better and make the classic Cantina musicians look, I just fuck it. I left it as stick figures. But it seems to be doing pretty well on Instagram. I did play around with the filters and whatnot, and I came up with a couple other ones. But yeah, that's what I got there. I got another one on Instagram that I haven't uploaded to the blog yet. But yeah, what ends up happening when you're sick is you just can't freaking think about a damn thing. So I was actually surprised I did think of those while I was able to, thanks to a couple friends. But yeah. So out of those, which one was your favorite? For me personally, it was Proof of Keys, just because it looks the best.
I don't know. I like the Weenie Dog.
Oh, yeah?
The dog and the keys.
All right. Well, I will say that now that my health is getting better, I'll be back in the saddle and start drawing some more. Like all of these different conversations that we keep on having have obviously helped. Like Collin, the orange is the new black, what you won't see on there.
Don't go there, man. That's too real.
It's totally going there.
It's a rabbit hole that you cannot come back from.
You should draw Kayla on the stream with her goat and have a little guy asking what kind of dog that is.
Yeah, that goat follows me around everywhere. I did some work in the garden day before yesterday, I think.
Everything you planted.
And I wasn't planting anything, thank goodness. But he's not eating like stuff yet. So he's still drinking milk. But he follows me around everywhere, like worse than a dog. It's crazy. So I've got video that I'm going to do another memoir series. And of course, he's everywhere I am in the video. So
what did you end up naming your goat?
Sparky. I didn't name it. GR did. Sparky.
Oh, that's just a classic dog name right there. That is perfect. That is perfect.
Yeah. He acts like a dog. Like he really does. Because, our golden retriever had puppies right after Christmas, the day after Christmas, actually. And so they're like 2-3 weeks old now. And I've got them in one of those, like the plastic swimming pools, that babies play in or whatever. So I've got the puppies in one of those swimming pools in my utility room, and the goat stays over in the swimming pool and like curls up with the puppies and sleeps with the puppies. It's so funny. He does everything except for nurse. Like he doesn't nurse the dog, but he acts like one.
You have puppies and baby goats?
Yes, I have a 3-week-old baby goat and 3-week-old golden doodle puppies. 4 of them.
Life.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy around here right now. And I have a baby kitten too. And what's awesome, it's not like a baby kitten. It's just weaned or whatever. And I kind of rescued it. Half of its hair is missing off its back, poor thing. And it actually it gets in there with the puppies and with the goat, and it nurses on Bailey. Like the mama dog, she lets the kitten nurse. It is awesome.
So you have a tub
and I have a picture of it
full of puppies baby goats and
Yes.
kittens.
Yes.
That is
And they
awesome.
all lay in there. They all lay in there with the mama dog. It is so awesome.
And then
Let me
they're
see if
just
I can
one
find
big
that
family when you
picture.
think about it. One big family.
They really are.
This is the stuff you need to put on your YouTube channel, Kayla.
Right.
Seriously, it'll definitely bring the views. You get enough of those.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all can see this, but that is the kitten nursing on Bailey, on
Okay.
the dog.
Yes.
It is so awesome.
That is cute.
Oh, and look, this is even better. This is a goat and Bailey on the couch in the living room. They're like best friends. I have so many animals. It is ridiculous.
That is cool. That's like
And
a
I have a-
dream come true
I
to
got a
actually have
cat.
animals that will get along.
Well, and I got a cat sitting on my desk right now. This is Maybelline.
Hey, Maybelline. Question is she worth it?
She's got makeup on. She's got makeup on half of her face. See, she's got makeup here and none there.
Yeah, I've got my cuteness right there.
No, we have been
That's
working
the
on
shelf cat.
since my niece moved in with us to help with the kids while I'm working. She brought her dog. There's a kitten.
This is Oreo. This is the rescued kitten. See, all of her hair is missing and it's all matted up. I don't know
Yeah.
what happened to her. Poor thing. Her name's Oreo.
That's cuteness right there.
That's a good name for that cat.
It really is. It really is. Cookies and cream would have been the next one I would have chosen. All right, so the really cool thing about her moving in was that she brought her dog. Now my dog is very territorial and very protective of the kids and whatnot. There's nothing that ever comes into my backyard that lives ever. So we had to keep the dogs separated, one outside, one inside, and rotate them. And it's just gotten to the point now where they could be in the same room. Like last week, they could be in the same room. Like we would be sitting down on the couch while I was recovering, watching Netflix and whatnot. Bella would be in my lap, and then Diesel would be in her lap. And this week was the first week that we actually saw them next to each other on the couch. Like I actually took pictures like, oh my God, because they have my dog Bella, being very protective and territorial. She has actually snapped at and attacked the other dog. But here's a picture of the two of them laying next to each other on the couch. Here we go. So mine's
Look
the
how sweet.
yeah, mine's the white and brown, and Diesel is the gray and white. So totally came out of nowhere. Was not expecting that at all.
I have got the biggest stink bug I have ever seen in my life. Can you?
Oh, you guys,
Look,
you got stink bugs.
holy
Yeah, I
shit.
got those things too.
Look how big that thing is.
Oh yeah, you're definitely living the boonies.
That thing is massive.
Hold your thumb up next to it. Oh yeah, that thing's huge.
Pick it up and put
It's
it,
huge.
put it on your face.
He just come flying in here. God, he's flying.
Yeah, we get those two up here, but that's like double the size of what we get.
Yeah, the stink bugs that we get out here are, yeah, they're not that big at all.
Ours are like.
The ones that we get out here are much smaller, but we have.
Uh-oh.
Did you just break something?
I dropped my. I was trying to like smash him with my opener. Oh, he fell behind my desk now.
I heard breaking glass.
That's what I thought I heard too.
Breaking glass.
This thing fell on my can opener.
Oh,
thing.
it
So
sounded
it fell on my
like
desk.
shattered glass.
Yeah, it did. Oh my god.
All right. No. I gotta ask, Kayla, what bugs are you scared of?
Like if that thing would have landed on me, I probably would have screamed and like beat it off of me or whatever. But as far as like being scared of bugs, I'm not scared of bugs. The other day, I tell you what I am scared of. The other day when I was doing my garden work, I have this black plastic stuff. It's kind of like weed mat, I guess is what you call it. It's like 3 foot wide, and I kind of lay it. He's not dead. He's climbing on my desk again. It's like 3 foot wide black plastic stuff that's really thick, and I kind of lay it down in my garden in my walkways. And so I had to go out and pull all of it up. Well, I was pulling it up, and I knew that there was going to be a snake out there. I had already pulled up like 6 rows or 5 rows or something like that of it, like 50, 75 foot long rows. And so I pulled up. I was in my last row, and I pulled up, and GR, he was kind of standing to the side, and he was on snake alert for me. And so I pulled it up, and he was like, "There's a snake," and I was like, "Shit." So he has to go get the shovel. Like, I'm scared of snakes. It was just a black snake, but I still don't do snakes at all. So I was on snake alert all day.
There's this
But
one
bugs
chick,
really.
there's this chick at my work. I'll sit there and be like, "Wow, that's an interesting looking one. Hey, check this out." Just motion like I'm throwing it at her. Dude, she like, you can hear her from across the store. And she like runs, dude. You don't even have. And sometimes I'll have like a tissue in my hand, so you get that effect that something's coming at you. Mm-hmm. And you just watch her just take.
But like, I'm not cool at all with cockroaches. Like, I can't do cockroaches just because they're gross.
There was one time I was working at Morongo as housekeeping, and so I had found like a piece of fur, like some off of somebody's coat that it just tore off, like a little piece about that big. But I had rolled it up so it looked round, like a rodent. Okay, and one of the other girls, she said, "Hey, we need to get our supervisor, and then you can ask her what it is." I'm like, okay. And at this time, I'd only been working there for 6 months. It was very professional, very serious, and the only time I was ever being funny was behind the house, not on the casino floor, like 2 different sides of me, and so was not expecting this. I rolled this thing up, and it was a little brown piece of fur, and she goes up and she's like, "Hey, you need to see what Chris found." She's like, "What?" And I'm just cupping it like this, like I'm keeping it from going anywhere. I'm like, and I was like, "Hey, what is this?" And I just open it up at her, and she just goes, and she runs across the casino, screaming. I have to say, it was one of the best nights I was working there. Was that pulling that prank? Nobody saw it coming from me.
I really need to kill this bug because I have, Brian, this is probably the kind of stink bugs that y'all have.
Yes.
Focus.
Yeah, they are. And you don't want to squish them because they stink.
Okay. They
my God.
But
flick it outside.
Did you know, this one's dead. Did you know that if you smush these in your garden, then other stink bugs won't come around because they can sense that smell and they know that they don't need to come around because something killed it. So in your garden, you do need to smush them.
Kaylee,
that's pretty cool. That is a very cool trick.
You need to write a book.
I need to write a book. But there's so much of this stuff that's like, to me, it just seems to be common knowledge. But I guess
Use
it's
a
not.
skunk plant.
Start writing it down. That's not common knowledge.
Kayla,
It is not at all.
There's this plant. I don't know what its actual name. My grandmother used to tell me it's called the skunk plant. And like literally, you get like up close to it, and it smells like a skunk shit inside this fucking plant. And
I've never heard of that.
It would actually keep the little bugs and everything off of her, out of her garden.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because like you'd keep like bugs and bigger rodents out because they would think the big rodents would think a skunk was in there, and then there was some kind of scent that it also like put out, and that would like lessen the amount of bugs being attracted to the garden.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I wonder what the hell it was called. Now I'm curious.
Now, Collin, I don't know about you. You're on the East Coast right now, correct?
Yeah, I'm in Virginia.
Okay. Now, I don't remember if Virginia, I don't remember them being in North Carolina, but here in California, we actually have two types of stink bugs. We have the traditional, kind that like Kayla showed us. But out here in California, we also have those beetles that look like footballs. Like if you scare them, they stop moving and they stick their butt up in the air. And it looks like a football you can just punt. But the thing is, you don't want to squish these things, and you also don't want them turning into a football in front of you either, because you don't see anything, but you stay there long enough and they stay in that position long enough, you'll start to smell it.
I grew up on the East Coast. I grew up in South Carolina.
Okay.
I live in Virginia now. I've never seen that.
Yeah, the best way I can describe it, like, do you remember the big giant beetle that you had to destroy in Halo, that big giant purple beetle with all the turrets on it? It looked like one of those.
That's interesting.
Only it was black, and you disturb this thing, his butt goes up in the air, head goes down, and he's just letting the world know that he smells and you don't want to mess with him. But I would be interested to find out if any of the farmers out here in California use those stink bug tricks to keep things out of theirs.
Okay, so this is the stink bug I just killed.
Nice.
This is the difference. I don't want to lay this thing in my hand. Hold on, let me see if I can get it.
Just find a napkin or a piece of paper or something.
Put it next to a
Oh, that's what it's called. It's a skunk cabbage plant.
Oh, skunk cabbage?
Skunk cabbage. I'll have to look that up. All right, let me get this thing so I can pick him up by his legs.
We're going to see a comparison.
Right, so this is your normal stink bug that like eats tomatoes and stuff. This is the big fucker that I just killed. Look at the difference.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
That thing.
Yeah, the small one is the one that we get.
Massive.
That's like those freaking grasshoppers that you think are like this big, but then you see their grandpa and he's like that right there.
That's a big stink bug. That's a big difference.
It's sushi. The crustacean kind. All right. So, Collin, you did mention off stream that you were about to have a little one. Would you care to share with us anything that you are scared about? or thinking about to prepare for?
Girls.
You're scared of girls? How did you have a kid in the first place, man?
Terrified.
All right, what is it about having girls that scares you?
Cause I'm kind of intense, I guess. Like,
okay.
I like Peter was telling me the other day, him and I have been talking about trying to do a podcast together, and he's like, but you'd need to loosen up a little bit. I'm like,
Peter Stone?
People have been telling, no, Saddington.
Okay.
And I'm like, Peter, people have been telling me that my whole life. Like, people used to tell 8-year-old me, hey, dude, you need to loosen up a little bit. Like,
You don't have to be that serious.
It's like, I am who I am. I don't know. But girls are I'm gonna be in trouble, man.
Girls are gonna add
you're gonna stress the rest of your hair off, dude. You need to loosen up.
Yeah, it's gonna fall out or turn gray.
Right.
How old are you, Collin?
27.
You'll be bald by 30 if you keep it up. You need to loosen up.
I'll be bald by 30 just because of my dad, because genetics and all that. But
dude, you should see one of my buddies, dude. He was like 19 and full bald.
Yeah.
Full bald. I'm like, dude, he takes his hat off. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even know it was like that. He's like, yeah, that's why the hat stays on.
Yeah, Brandon was almost bald whenever we got married. Like, he was way more bald than Collin when we got married, and we were in our early 20s.
Yeah. I went to junior high with a kid who was starting to go gray.
Oh, man.
Yeah, all right, guys. Well, I hate to run, but it's already 9, so I've got to get off.
That's fine. That's fine. Kayla, thank you for being here. Always great having you laugh.
Y'all got my bug killing.
Yes. All right. Well, hey. If
all right, guys. I will see you later.
Bye, Kayla.
See you later, girl. Thank you very much.
Bye, y'all.
She can't find the link to get out. Oh, there she goes. All right. Well, hey, Brian, Collin, thank you very much for sticking around. I know that, with me being sick, having something as far as laughable comics has been a bit of a stretch, but I wanted to have like twice as many comics out there for you guys to enjoy. But it is what it is. This gives me some content to push out and see what we can do with it next time I do another stream like this, live reaction video.
Yeah, you'll catch back up.
Yeah. Once I get back in the routine and whatnot, I think we'll be just fine. We'll be just fine. But I will say this. The Instagram has actually started to catch on as far as the comics are concerned. Like, I hadn't posted anything in like weeks, but I'm starting to get like multiple likes and follows each day, even when I'm not posting anything. So that is starting to gain traction. I've got about 104 followers right now. I mean, it's been up to 112 and 115 and back down and whatnot, but I think those are just people following and unfollowing to see if I'll follow them back. It happens, but it's been quite a learning experience, learning how to do editing on my phone for these comics. I got quite a bit of fun ideas coming up. So I really appreciate you guys being here. Is there anything that you guys would like to share before we go ahead and sign off? No.
Buy Bitcoin.
Buy Bitcoin.
Right.
Here we go. All right, guys. You guys have a great one. Thank you very much for sticking around, and we'll see everybody later. Peace out.